So I wanted to bring this quick story. It says, "This is not an employee's choice." The CEO of Morgan Stanley gets real and says employees can't simply choose to work remotely. And the CEO's name is James Gorman. He is chairman and chief executive of Morgan Stanley. The pandemic has completely transformed people's working lives. Employees across the industry have gotten to use remote work and they want to hold on to it, fighting back against efforts to bring them back in the office, with experts warning that if companies don't welcome remote work, they risk losing talent. Some companies have fully embraced remote work, going so far as to let go of their office space, but many others, including Disney's News Corp and Starbucks, have recently put their foot down and demanded that workers come back in the office. Now, the CEO of Morgan Stanley is sharing his own thoughts as well, making clear, as if anybody asked him for his opinion, making it clear that working remotely is not an employee choice. They do not get to choose their compensation. They do not get to choose their promotion. They don't get to choose to stay home 5 days a week. I want them with other employees at least 3 to 4 days. Yeah. It goes on to say, however, despite promoting the return to office, Gorman acknowledged that the decision has a lot to do with the specific role of the employees. There are different kinds of jobs. 5 days a week in the office for everybody is not going to happen again. He said in the summer of 2021 that he'd be very disappointed if employees didn't return in person by September of that year. Yeah, that didn't happen. And he goes on to complain throughout the years, even though the different variants were swimming around. Obviously, I just wanted to read that because it happened to pop up in my news feed, and I read it and I'm like, at this point, why are you trying to push people in the office? The flu has been horrible. New variants are popping up. They really think it's over. These people are absolutely insane. And to be honest, they don't give a damn about your well-being or health. So any type of loyalty to a company is foolish at this point. They see you as a butt in the seat to do this monotonous work that they have you do to make them wealthy and their shareholders wealthy. That's about it. So whatever benefits that you can get out of them, get out of them. Give them the amount of work that they pay for. You know, people always say you get what you pay for. They are paying unlivable wages across the board. The way they talk about the person who makes the company run, in their mind, it's them. They really, really believe within their mind that it's them and the way they are providing leadership, which is BS, because it is the regular person who is having the work dumped on them. I have no respect for any corporate plantation, period. People say they want the experience and all these years. I don't care. If you can sit there and collect a check comfortably and not do much, do that. If you have to move around, if you're in an at will state, you don't have to give them anything, any notice or anything. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to share that because that was offensive, but it's the working culture right now. I think it is the biggest joke that we set up here and we give our entire lives to a company to make them wealthy, to make their little system run, and then not to be compensated properly, and they are nickeling and diming you, not giving the raises you deserve, not giving bonuses while giving themselves millions of dollars in bonuses. They had a meeting of the minds in different corporate arenas. They all came together because they think they're so smart, you know, the smart fool they are, and said that they have a bright outlook. Yeah, because they are stealing from people. But once the bottom falls out of this, it's not going to be so fun. But these people are delusional. I have no respect for any company, no CEO, no VPs, nothing. Because they don't look at you as a person. They don't care about your well being. They don't care about your life. They'll have you out here in a blizzard just to come do some work for them. They will have you out here in a pandemic, risking your life, not knowing how it could affect you, just to push some paperwork for them. I mean, if it is possible to start a business, I would encourage anybody to do that, because you would be putting in maybe even less, but just as much work into your own business as you have to now to barely survive and barely be above the poverty line if you're not just hanging off that bitch. But I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think about this story, and I will see you in the next one.